Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a splurge or steal, which is a series where I test products, pretty much dupes of each other, whether it's intentional or not, and decide whether or not we should splurge on the original or get this steal by getting the dupe. So let's get started. Let me tell you, boy, do I have a dupe for you. I don't know how I feel about dupes. Like, I like to reward innovation, you know, in an industry where there's nothing new under the sun. When something is new or exciting, I like to reward that with my dollars. However, my dollars are very spare. So when I can save a little bit of money for myself and for you, then that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Which is why today I have most of my makeup done, because we're gonna be trying out a dupe for this Huda Empowered palette, which is very, very popular. And Alter Ego, which is a company that specifically does dupe eyeshadow palettes. That's all they have. They really went for the jugular on this one, because when I did the swatches to show you guys, like literally every shade is identical. So if they could get the formula right, if they got the formula right, then it's over with. So there are some creams in this Huda palette, and where there are creams, Alter Ego did the same. So this is a cream, this is a cream, this is a cream. And I don't know, this one in particular, you can see it has a little trench through the middle of it. Alter Ego did the same thing. Some of these shimmers are creamy. I don't know if they're supposed to be actual creams, but they are very creamy. Let me just show you the Alter Ego. Now, like clearly, this is what they were trying to do. And I mean, as long as the formula matches, then they got it done. So let me just show you side by side. And then here are the swatches, like literally identical colors and formulas. So as long as the formula is equally as good, and we'll only know that by getting it, trying it on, then not looking good for Huda in this case. So let me just pin my hair back and then we'll get started. So I'm gonna try from the Huda palette, it's called Power. And then from the Alter Ego, it's called Clay. Here's the swatches. This side is Huda, this side is Alter Ego. And I guess we'll do Huda on this side. Mainly just because that's how I have the palettes organized. I have the same eyeshadow primer on both. This is the Huda, and it's not really showing up on me, but it is a pretty light color. Oh, there it goes. I just had to pick up enough on my brush. This is a different brush. I mean, it's the same brush, but it's a different one. So far, so good. We're not really gonna tell much. That's a different brush. Not gonna tell much. From just a transition shade. So let's try sort of a mid-tone brown. I'm gonna swatch them for you. This one is Huda. I kind of got that on top of the other one. And this one is Alter Ego. actually scratch it. I think I'm going to go a little bit lighter to start with. So this is Huda. And that color is called Big Dreams. And this is Alter Ego, and this color is called Nirvana. It's actually not as much color payout as I was expecting. This is a first impression for both of these palettes. I have not, other than the swatches, I have not used either one of them. A different brush. I wish that I had doubles of all of my brushes, but I just don't. So I'm trying to get the ones that are most similar. So the color payout is about the same. Actually, I think Alter Ego is a little better, but it's not blending out as much as I would like it to. You see how it looks a little bit, it's not wanting to blend on itself. And I'm trying to see if that's just the brush. And I think it was just the brush. But now it's doing much better. I think Huda still, I'm gonna say, blended a little bit better. All right, let's try a darker color and see how well it builds up and how pigmented it is. So this is Confident from Huda and Endless from Alter Ego. That one's not wanting to blend on the Huda side. Neither one of these are really blending great. So in that way, I guess they are dupes of each other. Oh. I'm not going to be able to try every color, obviously, but I am going to try some of these shimmers. And this one is a cream. Manifested on the Huda side. And Sirocco on the Alter Ego side. And it's like a creamy gel. That formula has really been unique to Huda, but we're gonna see if they're similar. And I'm just probably gonna do them with my finger because I think that's the best way to apply this type of formula. The Alter Ego, I don't know if you can see, but how the Huda had a little divot in the middle. The Alter Ego is the same way. I think the Alter Ego is better in that situation. I'm gonna try to put a little more on this side, but it's just really not sticking. Oh, that's better. Okay. Maybe I just didn't have enough on my finger. This comparison is stressing me out because I really don't like either one of these palettes. All right, let's try one of these. One of these duochrome colors. I'm going to try that. Just lay it on top of that gold base. This is the Huda. It's called Visionary. This is Odyssey in the Alter Ego formula. And they're sort of purpley gold duochrome. So we're just going to try to throw that in the mix of all these other colors just because I want to try some more. The reason I chose this brush instead of a flatter brush is because that seems to be the only brush that either one of these palettes likes. I hope you guys can't hear my dog because he's being very noisy, and he always does that when I come in here to film because he wants 100% of my attention. Anyway, I would not be doing my job if I didn't try one of these powdery golds, so that's what we're gonna do. This is Bold Moves from Huda. Very creamy. And then this is Cleopatra from Alter Ego. Yes, I know we covered up that cream, but I just wanted to try more colors. I only have one of this brush. It's the best one for, so I'm just going to flip it over. It's the best one for that type of formula. I think the Alter Ego, I could put a little more. I gotta tell y'all, today has not been my day for filming. Did another video where I wasn't happy with the products, so I'm just gonna clean this up. Throw on some concealer. Throw on some concealer and do my under eyes. I'm just adding that mid-tone brown that we used. Under eyes. And just because I want to use another color, I'm going to use Keep Going from Huda. And then this is Dunes from Alter Ego. Just to smudge that out. I need a mirror. Just to smudge that out a little bit more. Okay, so before I do mascara and lips, we're going to do another splurger steal, and it's actually a double splurger steal because we're going to see if we can dupe this Huda powder. It's upside down. This Huda powder and this Huda powder. I have the mini, but you all know what it is. It's the Easy Bake powder. With this She Glam that has a pressed and a loose. So let's check that out. Now, the reason that I only have the mini, well, there's two reasons. One reason is because it's very expensive and I have 2 drawers full of powders over there. The other reason is I hate this fragrance. So with that being said, the She Glam is already a winner and I haven't even tried it yet because I cannot deal. It's very strongly fragrant of rose. If that doesn't bother you, that's great, but it bothers me a lot. I do not like it. The mini has a cute little powder puff. So that's kind of cute, but I'm not going to use it because I want to be fair and give them their fair chance. So I'm just going to pour some out and use my Sephora puff, my triangle one. Has some powder on it from another demo, from another video. But I'm not, okay, so it's powder right here. I'm not going to use that corner. I'm going to use this corner for one and this corner for the other. So we'll be fair. So I'm going to keep doing Huda on this side. This is a wonderful formula. I mean, it's definitely a great formula if you can deal with the fragrance, which I cannot. So if I were going to buy it's so strong, you guys. If I were going to buy a high-end powder, I would go with the, which one is it? I forgot the name of it. Givenchy, because it doesn't have that fragrance. I always do this and it just sort of blends in the powder a little bit. It's very pretty. It's very blurring. I mean, you can see how blurring it is. I just don't, I cannot deal with the fragrance, guys. I can't. And I'm not one that hates fragrance. I mean, that one is just way too strong. So, clean side. I'll do it the same way. And the color, like just the loose powder itself in the jar looks pretty close to identical. I didn't put it down far enough, did I? God, this powder puff still smells like a rose now. Put too much. You guys tell me. I don't see a difference. Let's try the pressed versions. I'm spilling this everywhere. All right, so this is the Huda. This is her newest one. It's still the pink cherry blossom cake, but it's pressed, obviously. Trying to get you way zoomed in. Automatically, I like this one better than, and this is not my first time use of this powder, but I like the pressed version better because it's not scented. I'm just going to use a different area on the sponge for the other side. But that looks nice. I have powder all over everywhere on my desk. So, do you see how white that is? That's got to be some kind of talc or something. Do you see how white that is? Everywhere I put it, whereas the Huda just melted into my skin. Yeah, I'm not loving that. I mean, you can just clearly see how this side of my face is so much whiter than this side. All right, let me see if I can bronze this up a little bit. I'm gonna throw some mascara on and we'll sum up. Alrighty, it's time to sum up. Are we going to go with the Splurge or the Steel? Well, to be honest, I can't recommend either one of these palettes until I play with them a little bit more. But in this case, the Steel, because neither one of them blended great, and this one blended the same as this one. So, Steel. With the powders, Splurge or Steel. Sorry, it's out of focus because it's on my face. Splurge or Steel. to be honest, I'm going to have to go with Splurge this time around, which I know is crazy because I usually don't. And I don't love this this powder because of the fragrance. I still think it's a better powder. And so for the general public, yeah, this is just better. I just don't like the white face that this gave me. I mean, you can still see it. Just half of my face is way whiter and pinker, and this side it just melted into the skin and just brought a little bit of color to my skin. So yeah, Splurge this time, guys. If you are looking for a cheaper powder, I'm sorry, a more affordable powder, I do have a dupe of the Givenchy that I think is fabulous, and I will link you guys that video. Okay, if you want to see more Splurger steals, and I do lots of full faces of a certain brand, please consider subscribing. Bye. Okay, so I have a question. Which side of my face is the expensive side? Come look closer if you have to. Just guess. Mostly it's eyeshadow, if you're wondering. Eyeshadow and powder, but eyeshadow is what really you can see.
That side.
This side?
Yeah. I don't know, the color just looks a little more popish.
Popish?
Like it's more, I guess.
I love you.
Saturated, I don't know.
Last time you picked the right one.
I picked the wrong one
But
this
time you picked the wrong one, yeah. I mean,
did you know that our son had knocked over a candle on the table and the wax had melted out and spilled everywhere?
No.
Yeah.
When he says our son, he means our dog.
Oh, we're...
Yeah. Did we burn anything? Did we set the house on fire?
No, the house is literally not on fire, but there was just a pool of wax just sitting on the table. Dried up mostly, of course.